Hey guys, Mrs. Krauss here. Welcome back. Hopefully you had a great week. I know I have. Last week we had talked about the negative effects of alcohol use. We know short-term memory, loss of coordination, and balance was an issue when it comes to alcohol use. We know that the human brain grows to about 25 years old. So the best thing to do when it comes to alcohol use is never to use alcohol. That way your brain can grow to be the healthy brain it needs to be. So I want to ask you this. Do you think that we had talked about what a drug is last week? Do you think somebody that tries a drug once would be their only time ever trying a drug? Think about that. Chances are it won't be the first time. Somebody that tries a drug might think, I'm just going to try it once and that'll be the only time I'll do it. But chances are it won't be the first time. Many drugs are addictive. And I want you to think for a minute, what does addictive mean? What do you think addictive means? Okay. Addictive is when you still want the drug even though it's making you sick or causing big problems in your life and your family. That's what's addictive. The drug we're going to talk about today that is addictive is tobacco. There's several different tobacco products. We have cigarettes, cigars, and chewing tobacco, which is smokeless tobacco. Cigarettes and cigars they have smoke. You inhale and blow out smoke. Smokeless would be the chewing tobacco. Okay. So tobacco, let me just give you a little definition of what tobacco is. It's a leafy plant typically grown to make cigarettes and cigars. And again, we just talked about how cigarettes, cigars, and pipe tobacco are called smoked tobacco products because they're smoked. And the dip and the chew, which is the tobacco leaves you put under your tongue, is smokeless. Some tobacco products, boys and girls, don't use the leaves at all. And this is very important. Instead, the addictive chemical in tobacco is extracted from the plant and used in devices like e-cigarettes and vape pens. So important. The chemical that is found in all the tobacco products, which is making it addictive, meaning your body wants it even though you're getting sick, causing big problems, is nicotine. Okay, a lot of people think that vaping is a healthier alternative to cigarette smoking, and in all reality, it still has nicotine in it, which is causing it to be addictive. We know now a lot of and you're going to learn in a minute, some of the long-term side effects of cigarette smoking. We know them now. We don't know all the long-term side effects of vaping, okay? But we do know some of the short-term, and it has not been pretty for sure. It causes lung damage. We're going to go over a lot of different negative side effects of tobacco use, but again, you might have somebody, and I'm going to say this, always just say this as a side note to my kiddos. You might have somebody in your family that smokes. I want you to be, quitting is possible. It's hard, but it's possible. I want you to be encouraging, be respectful, but be encouraging, okay? I guarantee, again, maybe grandmom, aunt, mom, dad smokes, but I guarantee if you asked them if they wish they ever started, they would say no, okay? So the best thing to do when it comes to tobacco use is never to start because it is addictive because of the nicotine in there. All right, what we're going to do today is we're going to go over some of the side effects. And again, I'm using our book. Okay, you guys are familiar with our book. And we're going to go over some of the side effects, short and long term, of tobacco use. And I do want you to be able to see this, because and we're going to read everything in the word bank here. Okay, I want you to get a good look at that. Okay, and the first effect of tobacco use is wrinkles. Smoking causes you to look older than what you are. It messes up the collagen that's in your skin, and you're going to just look older. Somebody that's maybe 35 looks like they're 55. Smoking causes heart disease. Not only, one thinks that it affects your lungs, no, it causes heart disease as well. We talked about how alcohol was sort of like a depressant. Well, it's the opposite for tobacco. It's a stimulant. It's going to give you high blood pressure. Your heart's going to be pumping double time. Okay? So smoking is bad for your heart, bad for your skin, bad for your heart. Smoking causes cancer. The leading cause of lung cancer, throat cancer, and mouth cancer is smoking. Now, there are, you might have somebody or that had cancer and never smoked a day in their life, and that's a possibility too. But the leading cause of lung cancer, throat, and mouth is because of smoking. The fourth side effect is shortness of breath. Somebody that could once maybe run across a football field, run across a soccer field, walk a flight of steps maybe, all of a sudden is short of breath, gasping for air. Next one, your teeth. Your teeth are affected by cigarette smoking. Your once pearly white teeth become, unfortunately, yellow. And also it can cause what's called periodontitis, which is gum disease. That's where the gums get inflamed. And then when that happens, if you're still smoking, the bone that attaches your teeth in the socket starts to disintegrate. And what do you think happens after that? You're right. Your teeth fall out. So not good. So your teeth are affected from cigarette smoking as well. The next effect of smoking is hacking cough. People that smoke tend to cough a lot because their lungs are trying to expel the poisons and the mucus that have been put in there through cigarette smoking. Again, another side effect of smoking is addiction. We talked about it. And again, the chemical in the tobacco products, including the vaping pens, is nicotine that causes it to be addictive. Even though you're getting sick, you have the hacking cough, your teeth are turning yucky and yellow, you still want to smoke because it's addictive. Next one is secondhand smoke. And I always use this with my kiddos. Have you ever maybe walked through a parking lot and you maybe smell cigarettes, like you're going into Walmart or something, and you look in front of you and somebody's blowing out cigarettes? They're exhaling smoke, and your healthy lungs are inhaling it. That is secondhand smoke. It is harmful as well. I want you to always try to stay away from secondhand smoke. Excuse yourself from if you're in a room with somebody and go somewhere else, because it's no good. Another thing, clearly if your teeth are not doing well because of cigarette smoking, you're going to have bad breath as well. We have, and I'm going to show you this again in our activity book, we have 9 of these little statements, and it's called What Am I? We're going to use a word from the word bank to fill it in. Okay, I'm going to really put that up in there so you can see that. Very good. And I'm going to read them and we'll guess them together. Number 1, I make nicotine users look older than they actually are. I often form lines on their faces. Well, from our word bank, we have wrinkles, heart disease, cancer, shortness of breath, yellow teeth, hacking cough, addiction, secondhand smoke, or bad breath. Which one of those do you think we're going to fill in? What am I? Number one would be wrinkles, right? We talked about it. I make nicotine users look older than they are. I mean, people that smoke look a lot older than what they truly are. So number one would be wrinkles. Number two, I make a loud, unpleasant noise. I clear poisons and mucus from my lungs. My sound often bothers the people around the smoker. What am I? And I'm going to read the word bank again, kiddos, because I know you don't have it on you. Wrinkles, heart disease, cancer, shortness of breath, yellow teeth, hacking cough, addiction, secondhand smoke, or bad breath. I make a loud, unpleasant noise. What do you think? What do you think? Hacking cough, right? Hacking cough. We talked about it. It's when your body's naturally trying to get rid of all the poisons and yucky stuff in your lungs. All right, number three. I make it difficult for the smoker to breathe. It is hard to run and play sports because of me. What am I? What do you think? And again, we have wrinkles, heart disease, cancer, shortness of breath, yellow teeth, hacking cough, addiction, secondhand smoke, or bad breath. What do you think? Shortness of breath. Okay, number four. I am a nasty smell that comes from the tobacco user's mouth. People back away when the user talks because of me. I am caused by the buildup of chemicals that stick to the teeth, gums, and tongue. What am I? What do you think? Well, nasty smell, of course, is bad breath, right? Yuck. Okay, number five. I change a tobacco user's smile from bright and sparkly to dull and dingy. Dull and dingy. Chemicals from tobacco products leave sticky residues on me and change my color. What do you think? The tobacco user's smile was sparkly and white, and now it's dull and dingy. Yellow teeth. Yuck, yuck. Okay. So now we have number six. Tobacco is the leading cause of me. I am a serious disease that can develop in the lungs, throat, and mouth of the user. What am I? What do you think, boys and girls? Which one? Cancer. Completely avoidable by not smoking. All right, number seven. I am a disease that develops because nicotine use causes problems with the heart. What am I? Heart disease. Where's that? Right here. So we talked about it. Not only are your lungs affected by cigarette smoking or vaping, your heart is as well. All right, here we go. Number 8. I cause nicotine users to crave and want to use tobacco and nicotine products all the time. Because of me, users think they need tobacco even though it is harmful. We talked about this. It's addiction, right? And we talked about if you have elders that you know that smoke, you always want to be respectful, but I'll tell you what, if you ask them, and I promise you, if you say, do you wish you ever started? He or she would say, I wish I hadn't. Quitting's possible, be encouraging, but it's very, very hard. But just be encouraging. Number 9, I'm the reason smokers spend so much time outside and away from their family and friends. What am I? We talked about this one. I used the example if you were walking through the parking lot and you're smelling somebody else's cigarette smoke. So that would be secondhand smoke right there. Yeah. So and I'm going to say it again, guys. I mean, for this, the best thing to do when it comes to vaping, cigarette smoking, chewing tobacco is, and I want you to think about this, drum roll, never to start, because it is addicting. It's addictive. All right, the next one, we have another part. It's called Clearing the Air, and it's on page 27. And I'm going to read a couple situations, and we're going to use a couple of our peer pressure refusal strategies that we had learned as a rebuttal. So let's see. Number 1 is Jamal. And Jamal says,